Yeah, I got top 7%. So yeah,
Ooh.
I'm not quite the
You know,
pro.
not bad for the morning.
Not bad for A, the morning, and B, casters. So everyone knows if you're a caster, you have to add 5% to it anyway. Anyways, look at the odds on partners at Pinnacle. They actually see Blink winning this, which is interesting because K23, this is their mapping. It's their home ground. Going to the Bist round, we got Smoke, 2 flashes over on Neelan. Over on Blink, it's just 2 flashes and a kit. Very armor heavy going into this for K23. They show that with a very fast hit over to B.
Yeah, the C-side, they're going to be popping out with smoke and a few flashbangs. Norbert is the first contact that he's not loaded. There's 2 kills for the CT side, responded with 1. Gotta try to get these entries, but it's all going down south for them. Neelan suddenly finds himself the last man with the flashbang, got to swing as well, but it responds with an exact same thing everyone else did. Headshot from Synopsy, as Blink take the first. It is no question who takes it.
That is a very clean start as well, so they're going to be very damn happy with that. And able to do it with only losing 1 member. I love the Discord background they're putting on there. The Discord green screen. That's great. Oh, they've all done it. That's great. You know that from K23. And something to highlight with K23 as well is I'm fairly certain they live in a team house. So they have been on boot camp for a very long time. So I expect to see the tilts just won't affect them. More importantly, they're going to be refined to a fault here. With GXO going very aggressive on A, he's solo as he does this.
Yeah, there's a slight possibility of something to occur here, but considering he's got the M4 and up against unarmored players, you don't see much, however. That can happen. That definitely can happen, but here's Regon, who does keep it in check for now, but now there's 2 weapons they can pick up here. The aggressiveness will get punished despite it being just Glocks. As a wise NA man once said, Glocks!
K23 left with a... Sure, these M4s are good, but with no armor, these MP9s are going to be very damn scary, regardless of what weapon you have to fight them with. On Flatshow, realizing that, going to aggress on long here, looking to just get a bit of map control to work with, realizing that when you are in a XVX, you do want to have just a little bit of early info.
Oh yeah. As well, good start for the T side. There's only 2. The long-range duel against the MP9, you know who's taking that one most of the time. And now it is just down to these 2. Center Synopsy. Somehow figure out where did it all go wrong. Honestly, not sure.
I have to figure that out in just a second now. We get ready for this follow-up. Scenario call to action here. That's a clean one to open Nexus, but can he do more than 1? No, he can't. It's all onto Synopsy. Low HP players and unarmored players, meaning that can't see the plant with only 7 seconds left, should make this a very easy cleanup.
Oh, yeah, he's won it. So smart. You know, like, he's heard you. Either he's gotta try and stick to plant, or he's gotta try and get off, and... well, unfortunately he gets sent out. He was shown the door. And with 1 man surviving, that is not the result against Glocks. You're looking to get there, but
yeah,
we'll see how they can try and recover from that. Because right now it is AKs and a single Desert Eagle on that T side.
The silver lining
on that D.
As I mentioned, the silver lining is Z-Power, he dies after time, so he has no money. He has to go this with just a deal, while the rest of his team are on AKs. It means that it may be kind of a Red Army style for having to pick up your fallen teammate's weapon, but for the most part, it's an option to take a lot of damage from these HEs to start. Ringun as well, going very, very aggressive on long here, hoping to maybe catch out a player. We saw Long being in position under contention last round. Let's see if it's the same problem here.
Oh. Slightly slow T-side. Now more than anything, just playing the default as they've got to try and figure out what sort of playstyle this Blink have here. Essentially just, in a way, a scouting mission for the T-side here for the rounds to come. You could think of it that way, where they do just throw the normal smokes, the util to force them back, and figure out if anyone is going to be overextending during these, and perhaps there might be something they can abuse in the long run as well. But speaking of long, that's got to be left completely open for the CTs, and instead abandoned as they head down towards the B side on K23. Util is still there, but for the afterplan, not so much. Unless you want to try and flash your way in with a single smoke or 2, and perhaps that could give you something. About 30 seconds, the double setup on Monster. This is not looking good for K23.
Really running down the clock here, and look at the close angle held by Blink here. This is going to bait K23 into just trying to catch out this FAMAS. They do just that. Scout swings up. I mean, it's damage, but it's been a very clean up. Fame, can he risk swinging onto these players? No, it's the MP9 to draw blood. Gets that first, tries to cancel the plot. It's so messy, though, as Needland trades. The nade finishes the job, though. With 7 seconds left, Ringan, he might just have to run here.
Oh. Somehow. How has that happened? It was looking so good for Blink.
Yeah, and they get timing pretty hard there. I think with the play on the FAMAS running out of ammo, you end up hesitating a bit with your M4 play. You can no longer watch short in case a monster swing comes. As the lower third comes up, remember, over at Pinnacle, when you deposit up to 100 euros, you can gain up to 100 euros bonus on that. That's when you sign up over at teb.gg/welcome. Quite an easy URL to remember, so really go give them the love they deserve for making this whole thing possible.
Exactly. Oh my. Okay. Starts off a bit tough for some of the players here. Synopsy as well, he's down to half. Unsure what happened to him. I don't think any nades could have reached him, but I'm gonna assume it was a nade. I don't want to think it was a teammate shooting him. Maybe the wallbang, but for the T side right now, they are again playing it rather slow. They're just waiting for something to happen here. So far, reading this fairly okay. They know they did a lot of damage in the second round, so after winning that third, they're gonna now assume they are up against pistols, which is correct. Finally, as well, given the information with at least one of the Eagles shooting. But if you do look at it, you've got one man out towards the B side trying to make something happen from this. But the first teammates on the route should be done, just like that.
Really nice bit of info gathering from Norba there to just push out, gets that extra, just to know exactly what's happening. The swing of the 5-7 props it up, so unfortunately won't be able to garner much control at all. X5 able to shut them down. One flat throw though, the hero M4 is good for one, but you need more than one if you want it to be successful. In this case, not only does your teammate die, but you also reveal the second player. Soneri, with his death, K23 going to equalize it 2-2, forcing Blink down to their eco and paving the way for the Kazakh side to pull ahead and take the lead.
Yeah, it's now we're looking at, you know, kinda as you do expect, but what we're really here looking out for is just the early game in itself. We're not thinking, oh no, the game's over, they're now gonna steamroll. No, we're not gonna talk about that yet. We'll just get to that probably around halftime and see how things are going then. Get to that point, but for now, we're looking at the early game, which is being controlled by K23 with this round. Right? Like, if they lose to these USB, sure, we can try and go a bit of back and forth. But as things are right now, X5 should have at least a few plays here. Making it 3 and 4.
Clean stuff, really clean stuff, and hey, it's not only an economic boost for him, but it's more important, it's a confidence boost. He goes 10 and 3 in just 5 rounds. I mean, that's something to be pretty happy with, isn't it? With it, Exus, as we see. The odds for our partners at Pinnacle, they are exactly how they were when the game started, however, flipped. They're now in favour of K23, only minutely, so if you do believe that potentially this could be your chance to bet on the comeback of Blink, then head over to Pinnacle, or head over to Pinnacle on teb.gg/welcome to go give them the love they deserve.
Exactly, now though. These rounds do continue. Blink finally have the weapons out, and again, this is now to see if we might have a bit of back and forth, or if K23 is going to start off the side really well. As again, this is the map pick. We are expecting Blink to have a good chance on this map. You were thinking 2-0. We'll have to see if that is going to be the case. I'm thinking 2-1, maybe 2-0 if this is a really good map for Blink. Doesn't have to start off that way, but it can finish that. Either way, it's just seeing how easier of a road they might have. But if you trade, suddenly 3 kills on the kill feed. And a T-side in the favor of the round. Minute left as well.
Soneri finds himself in such a tough position now. He has to call for the rotation of his teammate, but he has no clue where the K23 members are because both kills came from the water area. There's no presence on Monster. You don't know how close they are on A, particularly, and you have no hope in peeking to connect because you don't want to lose the third player to the same thing. There's an attempt at aggression potentially from Blink. Bear in mind, with 35 seconds left, K23 have really been running down the clock. Look how far back the bomb is. It's still outside B, so we know the hit will be there unless they gun it backed away. Fane spotted, caught out. That just has to affirm the hit to B now. They just don't have time to head back. Scenarii flashed off the angle, hides behind Pillar, looking to release Norba from this mortal coil of life. However, they won't peek yet. Patience is going to be the true killer of K23 here. They hesitantly tiptoe their way out of Monster. Scenarii, unfortunately, tiptoe or not, quiet as a mouse as that M4. Z-Power, out of time, out of luck, will back off, clinging to that AWP. And while he does have an AWP to boast next round, his teammates with money will invest, looking to topple Blink on their force. For Blink, losing 3 players on your first full buy means their money. It's not great. They can just about buy on Scenarii and Synopsy, but the utility, it'll be limited. Enough utility to slow the rounds down and force K23 to go for another 35-second hit, but not enough to go for a retake.
Yeah, like you said, unfortunately not enough, and well, I did also look at some of the stats for Blink on this map. I wanted to think or see what sort of a thing we might expect or could expect in the second half, and just looking at it, their CT side has or is the better half. Their T side has been a bit of a flop overall when you do look at the stats only. It doesn't tell the entire story, I gotta say, but perhaps a bit of concern there, unless K23 slip up on their CT side, which, I mean, is possible, yes. Just gotta think how likely it is. Might be a bit tough for Blink here, if they don't get a good CT side, but so far they are at least fighting for it. Snopesy, I like this bit of an off angle as well he's holding. And there's the first now. No trade, but XV or X5 does take center down instead, so we'll continue, and Connector is a fight Synopsy wants to take. Having found another kill now, CT side man advantage is still there, and I like the way they're playing this A setup as well.
Likewise, now it falls into a 4-on-3 now. K23 with only 2 smokes, only a single molly. And execution is going to be laboured. Once again, 35 seconds left. And Ringen, he's just going to keep aggressing. I love this. Why not take his foot off the gas? On this close angle, I think Faye may have suspected his position. However, he doesn't suspect the swing of Ringen. He's eventually caught out. However, Neelan, he's going to try and press the subject. Swinging up from long. He's moving into a weight of players, but the flash is good. The aim isn't. Z-Power once again in the clutch. Wonderful shot to start it, but it's just not enough. Nexus, and with that, we're going to be seeing Blink retake their lead, usurping the tyranny of K23. That was a brief reign of terror. However, it's going to warn the rest of these CTs as to what happens if they screw up and if they make a mistake, because K23 will be there to punish.
Oh, they're again trying to punish as well. It's a huge risk to buy into this one, considering the utility they have here, but I say 5-man rush mid. That's my strat. That's the best one I've got in my book, and it works every single time. 100% guarantee. If not, you can come back and complain at me. Works better if you have Mac 10. But instead of grouping up towards the B side, and with an entry, they make up for the lack in weaponry, because here's the second as well, not ready. When Flacho has been spotted, he's down next. And suddenly, really there's nothing remaining of Blink.
A really ballsy swing from Synopsy there to push Monster with no utility to assist, no teammate to trade, just pushes, and he's punished for it, rightfully so. And as we mentioned, literally in the start of this round, if you make a mistake, K23 will punish, and they've just showed it there. They explode to the side. Norbert catches out Juan Flatro. Scenarii unable to trade. He's at GX, and Ringen have to save.
Exactly, and well, they can save. It's not an easy time, though, because, well, T-side, they know where they are. From connectors that X, but I think that should secure them the weapons. Now, yeah, you can see the T-side kind of do just disperse from the path they were on as well, Vanting. Trying to keep 3 players alive, because that guarantees you a very slight plus when it comes to buying on the T-side there, versus what you lost in the last round as well. And into round number 9. Again, we are still playing the early game. We've not had either team fully break down after gun rounds have been established. We had, yeah, sure, the first few rounds that were taken by Blink, then K23 with a few, then back and forth now. I have to see if Blink now lose this, then they're going to be broken. Then K23 is going to have that chance to take themselves up to what would be like a 5 or 6-4, maybe 7-4 as well. And vice versa for the CT side as well. Maybe not as high, though, with the buy being a bit cheaper.
There is a bit of presence in long here, so we may see a bit of a fight here from Hun Flat Drone. There are flashes to make these M4s look very deadly. But no, they go for the timing and punished instantly. Ringen, he is annihilated. Falls down to Han Flat Drone. Fame shuts him down, and for the pistols and that single AWP of GX, I would want to see a save. I think Blink, they might get to A site in time, but in the process, they're sort of inviting K23 to come and hunt them.
Not bad from the T side. Look at these headshots. These are the plays you're afraid of facing at 5 a.m. in matchmaking.
Yeah, that's the 5 a.m. matchmaking warlords. They're not fun to play against.
These show up against you, you're gonna be done before you even start. And right now, Blink, they look like they had no chance in this round. It's Fame delivering headshots. Look for one more as well. He's got the AWP now. Nope, see. Ooh, okay, that's one. More to go.
Yeah, it's one, but it's objective survive at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't think he can.
He's being hunted from 2 different sides, and the first one is already enough. Yeah. So, maybe collected, maybe not. Ooh, gets it. The very last second here as well. Shawzy, he's one of the pros we had taken on the 3D aim trainer challenge.
He's better than we are, Nexus.
He's better than we are. That's a simple fact. Nothing's gonna change that. Not even a year of grinding from me or you. He's better.
Yeah, just better. You could have a go at 3D aim trainer. You can actually find it on Steam.
I got like a 3 point something or 4%.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, so
I'm kind of naughty.
Chat. Yeah, you can go on to 3D aim trainer if you just search it on Steam. Sign up. I believe it's a flicking challenge is what we're measuring. So go tell us what your stats are. You can tweet them at us. Just send a screenshot, give you a username. We'll I guess we'll call you. We'll tell you if you're cool, if you're able to get under 1%. How do we say? Is it Ringen or Regan?
Regan.
Regan. Well, for our Albanian fans in the chat, Persian NJ.
Yeah, you mentioned. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off. Yeah, you mentioned the boot camp, and you can see there as well.
Yeah,
a bit of a better view of the area itself.
Yeah, absolutely right. For our Albanian fans in the chat, tell us how to say it. I feel like hello in Albanian is really difficult to say as well. It has two accents, not just one, but 2 accents in it, neither of which are in English. So it really
it hurts being a British man, doesn't it?
I used to think English was great, but I just heard every other language just in Europe. I thought, for God's sake.
How foolish you were.
Yeah. 1 kill on the eco, it's not bad. You can try and save that AK. It looks like K23 won't go on too much of a hunt just yet. Z-Power just making sure no one gets over ambitious with their peaks, and understandably so. He's more of a deterrent, if anything. There's a solo push from Synopsy here.
Ooh. Alright. Fairly quick on the flicks. X-Power seems like he's ready to play today. Not messing about too much either, and well... Now to continue on to the next round. Like I said, K23 with them winning the last one, they are essentially, well, usurping back the power from Blink here. And putting them in what could be a bit of a soft position overall.
Holding on to the AK would be great for Hunflantra. Bear in mind that money just isn't great for Blink at the moment, so it's a little silver lining they can take for the eco. And it looks like everyone is going to be able to avoid him. So clinging on to that one-shot potential is definitely nice for Blink. It gives them a little bit more teeth behind their buy. But the real problem they're going to face is that they can't get the AWP out on GX. They're down to just rifles. Luckily, with the Mac 10 on Norbert, they're probably going to be against a fairly fast play anyway. But the worry will still be there that you can't play the range game, and if you allow Z-Power to roam free, he will absolutely pop off. You really need to find a way to stop him. And in this case, for Blink, let's see how they do just that with what will be another default being thrown out. But for K23, very heavy presence in connector.
Yeah, this is going to be looking like a real quick B play, perhaps. Although, if you do take connector, you've got the rotation immediately opened up here. Regon now baiting himself for the betterment of his team GXX. He's next, and he takes now the second. Now they know the bomb is still there, and T-side suddenly by themselves with a short control, yes, but the bomb lost to the ages. X-Power does take one more. And now they got to take care of GXX, who is on low HP. The Molotov could be enough to take care of him. if they want to try and toss that in there. They're waiting for the smoke to fade, but here's the challenge and force into it. The flames, not required. Instead, it is that all but a 2-on-3 for the T side here.
A little bit of aggression comes down.
Oh, even more so this.
Fame, this flank is going to be so important here. He has an angle to work with, but can he stop the rotation of Synopsy? He reveals himself, while messy, it works. Nexus is the destination, not the journey. As Cenarian, Juan Flatro, they don't have much utility, just a single molly, single flash to try and push him into it. And with a double stack and bank, both players, both sets of players, they meander past one another. Fame takes a little bit of damage to start. He's revealed himself, but with no smoke. Well, actually, a retrieved smoke. They find one on the body. Oh, a godsend for them. They're going to try and stick that defuse, but Z-Power through the smoke, able to deliver on the first member. Cenari, he's been legged in the process. He's just going to hope to stick it. Unfortunately, Fame, he'll send him to the Ether Realm. As K23, they go 7-4 up.
Yeah, now, this, for Blink, I think they gotta take a normal time out here as well. I think they gotta start talking things a bit through, because you've seen the huge impact only a few entries have had, because very quickly, when K23 have had 1, they got 2, and they got 3. We've seen that in a lot of these rounds so far, where Blink, they are trying to play the trade positions, yes, but those are expected. They gotta try and change things up somehow. I'm not sure how exactly they want to do so, but... Well, do you, do you have any ideas on how that could be improved on them?
I don't like how aggressive Blink can be, because we see it, maybe not in that round, because they do it with a bit of utility, they do it with a bit of supports, but if they do end up repeating that strategy, I'd love to see them be short control as well, once they realize they have the bomb, because it was only a single back 10 that was making noise there, with a setup from Blink in that round. Because you had gone so aggressive into short, it meant that when K23 hits that A site, they already had someone who just got up long and went deep into bank. So you forego a lot of map control, and they were kind of slow to adapt to it in the process. Tell you what as well, Nexus, I can see in the chat that caught up was me trying to sort of fecklessly say hello in Albanian, and they're all giving me Albanian things to say. I'm fairly certain not a single message is appropriate to say here.
Yeah, that's the idea here. You don't say anything you don't know what it means.
I learned that when I tried to speak Finnish a few months back, and you tried to message us in time to say don't say it, but it was too late. Actually, because Finnish does have some accents in it, would you know how to say hello?
I mean, probably, just because I'm fairly good with accents overall. I did study a bit of French as well, like 5 years. So okay. I'm familiar with a lot of different pronunciations. That's what I'm really good at. Self-proclaimed funny guy as well. A few different things.
I've said how to say it. Persidenche? I think that's how you say it.
I feel like if you got rid of the English accent, it would have sounded a lot better.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's really hard to shake. I spent like 20 years trying to get rid of it. I've just accepted it at this point.
Yeah, it's a package deal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what else is a package deal?
What's that?
$700 Desert Eagle.
That it is, GX. The 50C in Caliber is, in this case, I try and stop them. They've reacted just the right time, though. Rinker, did you see him on the jump spot?
Oh.
So I saw that one.
Good flashes. That's the way you want to see that T-Ted get in. Flashbang, not a headshot. CT is nothing else to say. They will be backing away. They've got 3 players with armor and deagle. Oh well. Snary with a PT50, but still does make the cut with the armor and GXX. I could see him just sticking around here. And I think they can buy either way, right? The lost bidder should be reaching quite high at this point at 2,900, if not 34.
I think it's 29 on this one. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
For Blink, this isn't a pretty spot to be in. 8-4 down on your CT side of overpass when you don't rely, but you certainly favor your CT side. So I would expect to see them keep it equal, kind of minimum of 6 or 7 rounds. And at the moment, that seems like a pipe dream, because K23 have just been looking dominant. Even on the buy rounds where Blink have been able to get some control, they have been shut down pretty significantly.
Yeah, another buy here, another chance. Like I said, try and keep it at, you know, somewhere around the 6, 7, if you really can push it there. Blink would happily take that, because like I said as well, their T side overall has not really reached the heights of their CT side, which could pose a few problems when K23 is looking overall very sharp like this on their T side already. They're getting the entries, the headshots they need. Here, though, Synopsy will take the first kill, even with a flashbang in his face. So, try to get more than that at T-side. I like this. They are showing a lot of their hand early on here. They lose a play towards short. They try and make up for that by hoping the CT side overreact to utility. Thinking, okay, they might try and pop in, say hello. That's not the case. Instead, we go towards connector yet again.
This attacking connector, it's where we saw presence from Blink earlier, so I understand the push to it. However, they need to be very, very careful with this, especially
with
this shot from
GXX there.
Yeah, that is... It kind of harasses anyone who's pushing, maybe gives a bit of warning, but it can't stop them. As Blink now with a... You see how passive they're being on these sites as well. With this back line they're holding across the map, it's given so much control to K23. And for K23, they're still running down the clock, regardless of the control they have. They're just trying to keep them at arm's length. And with 30 seconds left, their hands been forced. They've got to hit B here. For Blink, the 3-man stack, it failed before. Let's see what it can do now.
Dodging the flashes.
Oh,
what a T side, that's a double. One man left isolated on the bomb side as well. Flatshow now needs assistance from his teammates. Both of them rotating one already in heaven, but he has the bomb planted and denied. 10 seconds left as well. A trade has been found, but you gotta take care of Raygon. And now down to the 1 versus 1. The bomb's picked up as well. GXX can't do anything about this. One rotates around. And with his ult, he's ready to fight, but X5, he's maneuvering around the bomb side, and look at him go. GXX has lost completely. And this is easy for the T side here. X5, 1 bullet, and you're done.
Oh no, Nexus. Oh no, it's really
starting to look a bit tough.
I love that counter flash from X5 there onto Monster. It gets the second player, and they just don't get a chance. With Z-Power as well, it wasn't picked up by the camera, but he actually threw a molly to barrels there. It failed, didn't land, and because of that, it meant that we were able to see, I believe it was Scenery, stay alive that bit longer. So a bit of a blunder on K23's part, but in this case, they're able to recover from it with a lovely little, very fast rotation from K25, which is funny because usually we end up seeing K20, the entire K23 end up with moving at a kind of tectonic rate when they get to their sites. They only hit with about 35 seconds left, and that's about the 4th time now I've seen them almost get timed out, but somehow they're making it work.
Yeah, what I do want to as well highlight is the way K23 are playing overall, because that last round, I think, is the perfect example of what you said as well. A lot of times, they end up playing a bit slow where time is low, yes, they then decide to hit the bomb sites. But when they are given that sort of challenge mid-round from the CT side, just like their Monster, just like earlier as well, we saw multiple rounds ago, I think it was round 3, for example, they had their counter flush, they had the utility ready to counteract that. Like, it's so well played from them. Like, they have the basics down and a bit more as well there in those sorts of situations, which makes them such an awful team to play against. Especially on a map like this where they are so comfortable.
Oh, Ringen, just a gap in the defense sort of Fame. He exploits it beautifully. It's starting to get soul-crushing for Blink. Every single time they look like they have a good setup, the most minute gap is punished there. Z-Power eventually falls, but the trade there keeps the manpower in favor of K23. This is a lovely wee boost from Synopsy, though. I really like this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cheeky one. Unfortunate that no one had actually come to short, though. But perhaps he can still maneuver around the sandbags. Perhaps Norbert is just going to ignore him or kneel him for now. But now they know. 2 plays of water. There's the M4. Synopsy takes the first of the smoke dropped as well. Two-man defense now stands the test of time. And with the bomb dropped as well, down to the 2-on-2. The Deagle going down next. And your Synopsy sent to the afterlife as well. As a theme, he's so damn crispy.
He is nuts at the moment, isn't he? We look at the Ultra partners at Pinnacle, and yeah, they're starting to swing in favor of K23. Bearing in mind that this map, this series, really does favor Blink in the veto. However, if you lose the opener in such a one-sided way, recovering in time for your map pick can be a very tall order. Remember, K23, while they're not the favorites on these maps, they still play them. We've seen them play Ancient. We've seen them be good on Ancients. That being said, though, is it enough to beat Blink? And if C Power can mimic that, it definitely will be.
That is lovely. Like, we've seen a few nice shots from him already, but that's a really fast one as well. He takes down the next player as well. That's Synopsy. So for the T side, they're looking for the 11-4 here. That could put Blink in a bit of a tough position, especially if they end up losing that pistol. Because right now, they're walking in, hold W, and headshots are found. Look, there's another one delivered, perhaps, and maybe not, though. And Flatcho, he's going to stand here for now. Behind that smoke, has to figure out how he wants to take the challenger, if he even wants to. And Nader now topped as well, will chip away at exit power. Headshots are now possible onto him from that M4. And vice versa. Take a bit of damage, do a bit more. Smoke's down now, Molotov as well, to try to get yourself in towards these fights, the positions that are coming through as well. The T side, they take the first fight for the second as well, not just yet Norbert. Maneuvering around, but look at this one. Flatcho could it be the difference maker? And instead ends up going down at GXX now. 1-on-2, and he's being flagged to the smoke as well. Norbert, he's surely got this one. But no! What? No scope! There's no time, though. Picking up the kit. Can he get it?
Yeah, he's got time. What a round that was by GX. Oh my god. He just ruins Norbert there in that smoke. What a shot and what a way to edge it half.
It's just fading.
That gives you the confidence, right, to go to your second half. Sure, you're on your T side, but you can mimic that. What could stop you? Look at this.
This is in the fading smoke comes out and boom, he's out.
To be honest, though, it was such a point-blank angle. I'd been surprised if he'd missed, actually. That was right up into the face of Norbert.
You know what? Sometimes the AWP works in mysterious ways.
Yeah. Heavy connector push, though, to start for Norbert. He's called to action. Clean for one. A bit messy for the second. Traded, though, but Z-Power's there to recover. The pinch comes in, and it's absolutely lethal. But that lethality... X5 covering his teammate on the kill and Synopsy. That really nice setup from K23. And for Ringen, he's just trying to buy a bit of time, hope to get a bomb plant. He needs to have the ace if he wants to win this 1 versus 2. The molly on Z-Power is going to prove to be problematic, though.
Oh, the first shot's crispy. Exit power behind the pillar! And he's got it, the ace. You said he needs it. He delivers. That's the pistol for Blink at a 6-10. They're back in the game, just like that.
Back-to-back rounds as well. You see the insane 1v2 on GX. Yeah, well, Ringo can do it too. Look at that first shot. Second one as well.
Like, quick 180.
Just
boom.
Straight out the server. Oh, we were worried Blink had quietened down, but no, they were just building to a crescendo. K23 straight onto the eco, and for Blink, 3 MAC-10s are about to farm a lot of cash on these unfortunate USPs.
Oh yes, the MAC-10s. Is another player I told you about. It's not the MAC-10 rush mid. Instead, gonna be testing a bit towards long with the CT side. They have that 3-man stack. Oh, actually 4-man stack. And now there's 2. And 1. And it's all going downhill. It's just Nealon.
Yeah, 1 kill ain't too bad. Nealon.
No.
He's...
I think GXX should be able to collect a rifle. I think there was another one they had, right? It wasn't...
It was a scout. That was on GX.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it can make more sense then. But, Nealon, 27 HP, no armor. MAC-10 jump. Oh. There you go.
There he goes. 7 for Blink now, and the comeback seems very doable now. We look for the odds-on parts at Pinnacle. They still seem to favour K23 here. I wonder how likely that's going to stay that one-sided for K23 because these have been some stellar rounds from Blink. But now we move to the full buy of K23. This is where it matters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's T-side, I love this fact they're still playing the bonus round. So if they would win this, K23 not only lose the round, but it would be to essentially just one scout being rebought there, right? So for Blink, their money would be looking really good overall, but they don't start off that way. They lose the first player, sure, the chip a bit of damage back. The Mac-10's now, or Mac-10 now, a slightly more lethal weapon if it does run out. Create a bit of space, is offset the aim. Allow for everyone else to refrag and trade, but more damage done. Fame, watch out for the scout and X5 U2. If Blink are allowed that sort of avenue, they will take it.
It's a tough position for Blink, yeah. Bear in mind, they have no map control over on A, and K23 are heavy pushing this. The position from Norbert is really going to be a danger to them, and the second they get up connector as well, all it takes is the warning shot from Z-Power. He doesn't even have to kill. In this case, though, Norbert, he may have just been seen.
Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. If he holds the trigger, could find the bomb as well, but nope, that's one. Instantly runs back in for the CT side and looking really good here.
Ooh.
Cheeky little kill there. But a 2 versus 5, it's not easy. And it doesn't seem doable anymore either. X-Power collects yet another one, adding to his tally of ever-growing kills. Probably reaching the 20 mark at this point. Soon enough, at least. The Scenarios is hoping to save his M4, which he should be able to do. And, player who's not really stepping up just yet. He's got 3 kills, 14 deaths. Not what you want to see when your team is down like this. Perhaps the T-side will allow him to activate a bit more.
You're right, it has been a slow start. A very slow start from Scenario. However, a lot of his role has been enabling Ringun, enabling Synopsy to get their kills. Remember, if you head over to temp.gg/3D aim trainer, you can go follow that link and see if you can beat the pros at their scores. Vigo there, the player from Stratus Talent, top 0.9%. I think Chawsey, top 0.7%. So if you think you can be better than them, go check out 3D aim trainer. Get your score. It's on the flicking assessment. Post it on social media. Be sure to just at everyone. Why not at the president? Why not? It's just at everyone. Show them how good you are. If you're good, don't be quiet about it. Yeah. Scream and shout.
If you're in the top 5, you can brag a bit, but if you're in the top 1%, you can just add anyone you want.
Yeah, top 1%. Any region of authority, just go let them know. Tell your parents. Why not? They'll probably be impressed.
Exactly. Unless they don't really know about video games, then they'll be like, ah.
I'm a bit confused, but you tell me you're sort of 0 point something and something, they'll be pretty happy with it.
Exactly. But, let's see, 7-11 right now the score. Blink, they're still able to make the comeback here, and at this point, only 4 rounds the difference. That would essentially mean 2 gun rounds, this being one of them. And they have the chance to tie things up. We'll see if this is going to be the start. Again, last round, it was a bit of a bonus round for them. So here are the actual rifles. The AWP, not seen just yet. Don't think we have seen it too much on GXX besides the, well, few rounds he's had of that, have we? Like at the end of the half, the 1-on-2, for example, it did make a difference. But Blink, they have been in a bit of a tough position economically, perhaps limiting what he can do as well, but CT side, they can do quite a bit here. Good flashes, good util, everything is going really well here for the side of the CTs, as they are disrupting Blink, getting in their head and thinking, okay, we can't afford to do this. If we try and do this again, we'll have to clear these angles. Then they're playing the different angles next. Or they're just not playing in those positions at all, because right now they're playing with the bomb side, essentially telling Blink to come to them. Forcing their hand into 3 versus 5.
My worry for Blink is in the last 2 rounds we've seen them win. The 1 versus X from Ringen, the 1v2 from GX. Those have been some incredible rounds, don't get me wrong. Those are massive confidence builders. But I just don't see the repeatability in them. They'll try and repeat it with an A hit here, but they're running straight into a very heavy stack.
Oh! Okay, suddenly it turns around. He's X5 though! They're ruining the plans, and just like that. Yeah, there's the round as well.
God, that's soul crushing. It's like the round has been ripped out like a rug from under Blink's feet there. Those are some killer entries from GX. The trades were perfect. They just weren't able to hold the bomb plant. With that, Blink, they call for a timeout, understandably so, because they need to change their tune and quick. Otherwise, K23 just set themselves up to win the map. Remember, as the Pinnacle banner appears in the lower third, when you deposit up to 100 euros, you can get up to 100 euros or 100% bonus deposit. So head over to tab.gg/welcome. Go give Pinnacle the love they deserve. I tell them give them the love they deserve because they are some lovely people. Have you interacted with the people over at Pinnacle yet, Nexus?
Interacted, no. Have I been to their website? Yes.
Yeah, but I've done both. They're really nice people. They're just they're really friendly. So I do recommend checking them out. And yeah, that's what go give them the love. With K23 though, they are definitely not giving the love to Blink. These have been some ruthless rounds, and while we have mentioned Scenarios had a strong, struggling start, Neelan in the exact same boat. Both players on 3 kills. All they've been doing is enabling their team. In this case, for Neelan, it's been working beautifully.
Yeah. It kind of shows a bit more of the experience K23 maybe have here, or maybe not experience, but more of a stable playstyle where they can afford to make these sorts of slightly more aggressive plays with more comfort, right? Like, that's the difference maker from the CT and T side we've seen so far on both these teams. Like, right now, Power, he's just having a good old time towards the B side, and he's not alone either in this. And one man.
Can't stop him yet.
No.
Ringo can do it against 2. Can he do it against 3, Nexus? Do you believe?
Right now, no. Unfortunately, I wish I could say I do. But the setups that the CT side have are just way too hard to dismantle. You have to play this to perfection. The first angle is already too much here. Down to 17.
I would have liked to see him save there, actually.
Power. Look at his kills, man. 26-11. He's enjoying life so far. Yeah, this is the firepower upgrade you mentioned in the pregame as well, and he's showing it, giving us a demonstration on Overpass.
You're absolutely right. And at 13-7, this is where the game starts really being molded as to whether or not it'll be slightly one-sided or whether or not Blink can keep it close. This could be potentially one of their final buys of the game. They need to make this look effective. Early flash into Fountain to give a bit of aggression for Norbert. He sees him coming. Nice little nade there. Kind of tickles most of Blink, though. Slows them, if anything. But as the smokes look to rain down, it's raining smokes, hallelujah. And for Norbert, he's trying to keep the men away from it.
Yeah, a bit of a tough task, especially when you don't know how many players are on the other side. It's not the first match, but look at this. Players from behind. It's another one given. A trade found, but up next is the man who cannot be... His thirst cannot be quenched, but a headshot comes in. At a CTs, they got another one. There's a 3-man set up, a trap they walk into. With Seneri. Now again, he's the one who has been slow to start here in his own fragging department. At 4 kills so far, 2 more in from behind, and he's not expecting them. Turns around, but he has the first one. X5, and another trade. They're just playing the numbers game, and it works out so well on them on the CT side.
It's so effective. It is so effective, Nexus. And with Fame able to get that defuse, holding onto the orb as well, it's just going to leave a bitter taste in Blink's mouth. They finally find something that works. On Flatro, an insane shot to Z-Power, and sure, it works. How often can you kill Z-Power without him killing any of you? You know, how often can you do that? In this case, they finally find a way to do it. It doesn't even work out. Z-Power gets his teammates clutch it out. Fame currently going 20-12. The next man leading the charge on frag counts, shortly followed by both Ringen and X5. And Ringen, he's also having a really good game. The only issue for Ringen is that he just hasn't quite got the momentum of his teammates behind him to kind of embolden him and kind of hold him on a pedestal.
Exactly. Like, in a way, you could maybe say the economy isn't there to support him every round. That could be another argument you can make for that as well. That, well, kind of does stem from the roots of the fact that his team, they're not able to buy in a lot of these rounds. Or not enough, and, well, when they have them, it's Power doing things like that again. Getting another kill. Scenari's down yet again. At a T side to the left at a 3 versus 4. We go Dust want to try and fight that B side, but he doesn't want to take it too wide. However, Fame goes in for it instead. Rightfully so, does get punished. They've spotted yet another man at Nealon. Still a slow start, 5 kills to his name, but look at who's having a good old time. Picking up his 3rd so far, and yet again, next Pow, the man who responds to the CT side of things. Down to 2-on-2, Regon has the bomb. Punching in the digits, and here's that quick retake. Norbert pushing it as well. That could get real bad, real fast. Regon spotted, now they know he's here as well. For the fight, another one there. Norbert trying to feed the beast instead. Will find the kill. Here's the smoke as well. Try to look out Snopsy. Instead, he goes in with the first. Oh. Audacious play down to 22. Now, no nades, no mollies, and instead he takes the head. He clutches out another round for Blink.
Nexus. That is some clean spray transfer from Synopsy, and then some perfect timing to bring Blink their 8th. Sure, Blink, they don't have the round count at the moment. They need 7 in a row to take the lead against K23 here. It's looking unlikely, but let's be honest. When Blink win a round, they do it in style. Another great round from Synopsy there. And K23, they're down to an eco.
Exactly, they've broken them very early on here. But, oh, could it get interesting or not? Oh man, oh, you got to try and do something better than that. You can't just do that. But look at again, it's Regon. He's entering towards the B side. Knows his pistols. He's cleaning up house. Now he's enabling himself at this point. Another man is spotted. That's X5. I think he knows there's the second man here as well. I think he has the idea. It is a 5-man stagger, and he collects the ace. Regon, he's really having a good time right now. 27, he's rising up to the top of the scoreboard. He's trying to be the difference he wants to see.
You're absolutely right. With as the Pinnacle odds appear on your screen, this time they really are swinging in favor of K23. If you believe that K23 could win this, remember, when you deposit up to 100 euros, you could gain up to 100% bonus deposit on that deposit. Head over to temp.gg/welcome to go get all that love from Pinnacle. Remember to use code FALL21 as, well, Pinnacle, how else are they going to know we sent you?
Exactly, and real quick clarification, you put 10, you get 10, you put 20, you get 20, you put 100, you get 100. That's how it works. For those who were still confused. I doubt there were many. No,
numbers up a strong suit, Nexus.
I understand. It's not... They confuse a lot of us. But what I do know is a 5 versus 4.
I only know 5v3s, I'm afraid. Luckily.
You can only count to 8.
Yeah, that's... You know, in the UK, all inbred, it's kind of hard to keep up.
Okay.
But,
understandable.
Yeah. For Faye... Ready to be flashed to the shore here, you might get an angle on Ring Gun, but no Ring Gun, that's a clean adaptation.
Ooh. Okay. Kills back and forth, but it's the side of the other ones who are down a man at this point. Center and GXX who have to do something about this one, and with Regon no longer being there, they have to be the ones who take the initiative. Snary. Something he can do here. What is it? They can throw the util towards the B side. That's not going to do too much right now, though, considering they've only got the 2, so going for a bit of a full-on execute, it wouldn't really do them much besides slow down the rotates. So, I like this. Take it towards A. It's more confrontational here. You can find kills towards toilets. You can sneak up towards the bomb site and just find a play towards truck, long, whatever. They don't always have to know you're there, but right now they have to know that Norbert's here. If not, he's going to ruin their plans before it even gets started. Here's the smoke, the Molotov, and 2-man lineup. Easy as that. As 15 is collected.
It's messy, but it works, Nexus. And for K23, this has been a solid performance from them. Remember, though, as the 3D Aim Trainer appears on your screen, 3D Aim Trainer is the best platform to improve your aiming skills. The platform accurately simulates your favorite games like CSGO, Valorant, Apex, Fortnite, COD, and many more. They have more than 200 different training exercises that allow you to focus on specific skills. After each exercise, you get an in-depth feedback on your strengths and weaknesses and statistics to allow yourself to be compared with others. It's simply the fastest way to improve your in-game rank. And I can attest to the strengths and weaknesses. Granted, a lot more weaknesses than strengths when I did it, but you guys probably do a bit better than I did.
Yeah, some of you did better. But
yes.
Well, maybe you were just nerfed. You're just nerfed. Think about it this way. It's the morning.
Exactly.
You do it in the afternoon, in the evening, when you're actually woken up. Unlike Blink, because they're being shot down at this point, sent back to bed.
Oh, clean stuff from Norma there. Really clean stuff. And for Blink,
One
only
more.
2 players left standing. 1 player left standing. Very good. 1v5. Do you see it happening, Nexus?
Nah, he had the ace. It was against pistols. I'm sure he told his team it was nothing but rifles on the other side, but now he has to actually do it against the rifles. Oh, no.
Oh, that's that.
No.
What a start. What a start there. K23, they're able to take map 1 16-9. Their map pick of Overpass against Blink. However, this is mere the starters. They're still just flirting with one another. And welcome back as Blink take on K23. We just saw K23 dominate Overpass, taking it 16-9. Blink now move to their map pick of Ancient, which they're going to look to come back with a vengeance.
Exactly right. It wasn't that far off. It was 16-9 for K23 in the first map, and they start things off with a 2-0 man advantage right now as well here. With pistol beginning to go. Roaring to get in towards that A side. It is Blink trying to do what they can, but so far it's only headshots delivered to them. And a silver platter finally won for in response, but it looks like a bit too late perhaps. As Exit Power is the man to finish the round. It's a 1-0 for K23. So, that's their first pistol round win. We'll see if they can better close things out. Of course, well, nice taking about. My name is Nexus, and joining me, the wonderful Kremer3.
It's nice to be here, Nexus. Nice to be here. It's had a bit hiatus,
it is nice.
But we're back. We're back.
Yeah, it's a rare sighting of a wild Kremer.
Of a wild Kremer, but back behind the mic with some CS. And for K23, I mean, I'm glad this is about to return to. You know, this has been incredible so far. And for Blink, it looks like we're going to be seeing a very fast hit to be here. Mass stack up outside means that the mid aggression of the MP9 could really be lethal on the flank.
No, this is anything but lethal for the CTs right now. It's easy for them instead. One man the casualty, but it's a full house for X5 and Exit Power on that B bomb side. 2-0 start for them. And now we'll get to see what the T side have in store for us. What do they want to do? What can they do? These are the questions we are left with, and the answers, what are they coming to you right now?
Those odds were partners of Pinnacle, about 4-1. I kind of agree with them. K23, they looked really, really strong. Ooh. And for Blink, sure, they're good. But a lot of their rounds have to come off the back of hero plays. You know, 1v2s, 1v3s, and some incredible shots. My worry, though, is there isn't much consistency behind that. You can't expect GX to hit those no-scopes. You can't expect Ringan to win 1v2s like that and Ace at the same time. Same said for Scenari. Unfortunately, for K23, with a bit more of a dominant way of winning, see if they're able to get this opening.
I will real quickly reiterate that point as well. Like, K23, they looked really good.
Yeah.
Especially considering they lost both the pistols in Overpass. They still had a 69.
Yeah.
Imagine now they won that, probably would have been a 16-5. If you just go off the back of that. But
yeah.
You know what? We'll still try and look at Blink. Like, I still believe in them.
Yeah.
I said that from the start. I think a 2-1 more likely than a 2-0. And I'm still on board of that train. However, X5, he gets off, and in one flat show, he goes down completely as well. This is his stop as well, now seeming like it's going to be spammed from 2 different angles. But then, okay, full control for Blink. They had the idea before, now they have the confirmation as well. X5 got to be trying to play around the bomb side and play around these angles, as now he's going to be forced into these fights. One or the other is his choice. Norbert on the other side as well, though. And the team started taking so much damage just out of 1.
Obviously, spray in unison, spray transfer, not quite enough to convert. So obviously, that's the same spray transfers throughout the course of this game. Unfortunately, not quite able to convert it there. K23, they start with a 3-0 lead, looking to make Ancient as one-sided as possible. Remember, as the Pinnacle banner appears in the lower third of your screen, you get a 100% bonus deposit up to €100. Remember to go over to Pinnacle, sign up using code, I believe it's Fall21, give them the love they deserve. And for K23, I mean, we said it yesterday, we said it earlier, they're not giving the love to Blink, and it looks like they're not going to be letting up anytime soon.
Now, Ancient, even if it is a map that Blink are, if you do look at it on paper, they're the better team on. The way K23 are aiming right now, the way Fame is playing an exit power, this is going to be a tough road no matter what.
No, you're absolutely right. We see a attempt at a fast A hit, though the utility usage will keep him back, especially with Fame shutting down that flanker without taking a single point of damage. Blink, I like how they turn around. They don't commit to something that could very well lead to their demise. Instead, back to spawn, back round to B, where they're going to try their luck against X5, who has had a fairly solid start to this map.
Oh yeah, he was up there as well. He was the second best on his team in the last map. However, here's one Flatro. The man who does decided to dig down with the first one. More to come as Norbert takes two and nearly a third. Instead, as Rigon's Deagle again, the man, the myth, the menace as well, now taken down to put to sleep at 1 versus 3. GXX jumps across and it looks for the fight. This one given. The second one still around the corner. Fame, I think he might be able to spot his backpack just barely, but no. Doesn't take the fights. Instead, it's given to GXX with one man still coming in. His exit power with Yorp. And he does not miss the chance given. 4-0 now with one going down and one man to survive. Blink, fairly good at the next round overall.
Here's the thing. They did a lot of damage to K23 there, and it means that they don't have an economy. Z-Pow's going to have to drop X5 if they want him to have any utility going into this round. There's Fame actually dropping him instead. You look at their money post-buy here. Norbert down to a FAMAS and Fame down to just 50 bucks. Ooh. Remember, 3D aim trainer, as you see them in the lower third there, essentially they have a death match, which is pretty cool. It's a first-person shooter game. Your objective is to win, and you should aim to be the last to survive. Sometimes it's quite difficult to achieve, especially when your opponent is a real person who will test you to the fullest. Aiming, positioning, and game sense will be challenged, and in the scenario is what makes the game and other battle royales an unblocked game. So attractive and successful. 3D Aim Trainer Deathmatch is fun and a free game, which gives you a great opportunity to test your skills against real players. Talking of real players, there are some very real kills here in mid, as K23 leave this mid skirmish with a man advantage.
Yeah, the first 30 seconds ends with the side getting a bit of map control. However, they have lost the advantage. Like you said, it's been handed to the CTs, not for long. That's the FAMAS for you. You're never going to get a kill with that one. I will continue my FAMAS propaganda of it being the worst weapon in the game until I die. It is the hill I will die on.
For me, it's dual barrettes. I hate them so much. I see the point in that 500 quid investment. A 5-7 special.
Madicus bad.
Yeah. X5 now. He might have some really good timing on these players, especially into him here.
Oh, timing.
What's the best thing in a curse?
Exactly. Looking like the 4-1 scoreline is coming through exit power. Alongside the money and everything, if you do combine that, this should be the fastest save you've ever seen. However, he's already being well hunted down in a way. Spotted one in mid, one behind him as well, with a few shots missed, allowing him to escape. We now know it is going to be the first for the side of Blink and exit power. The question is if he's going to survive.
Yeah,
I still think he might be shot mid. No, good. So they're just clearing out these angles one at a time. The question is if the GXX is going to be given the challenge, because he's holding the angle. And exit power does seem to be walking into it, but nope. Instead, make sure he's covered from the back of A. Take this challenge and now just wait or not. It does go down to the AWP, taken away, and the CT side now left with nothing.
Yeah, bugger all economy. However, because their economy is so bad, they've got to drop to the force buy, and for Blink, this is their ticket straight back into this game, 4-0. I mean, it looks scary, but now that the brakes have been slammed on, for Blink, this is their round to win against 3 pistols and MP9. The only thing you really have to fear is the AWP on Z-Power, which has good reason to be feared. Luckily for Blink, though, as they head over to A, that's the one position which is only defended, well, lightly defended at that.
Yeah, the C-side should have all the necessary elements to make this one a work. They've got an element X as well. Trying to add that in towards the bomb side. Here we go. Smokes are going down to the CT side of the pistols that they have. Might be a slight issue if the util is not there, however. So far, very good with the Molotovs and everything else as well. Entries, everything is found. 3-0 so far in this round. The CTs should just go for the save. They've got the AWP. That's a huge win if they can manage to save that at the MP9 with armor as well. Not as big, but at least able to fight with something better than a USP in that next one. The next fight instead, I like this. He's choosing to stick around, hoping to punish T-side if they do decide to exit through the donut hole. It's got to be 4-2 either way. And now we get to see one flat show taking away that MP9, so it is only the AWP now. And that T-side, fairly good in these first two rounds they get.
Super, just holding on to this AWP. Looks like another hunt will ensue. Potentially for him. This round, they might be just a bit too far away, so at least the Eco has something to work with, but once again, Blink, they call the right site here, and for Z-Power, that's going to be fairly frustrating, knowing that the round depends on you, and just in the wrong place. Great start to road to recovery from Blink here, and as they looks going against the Eco of K23, for Z-Power, having to save the AWP, or a AWP, for a third round in a row, is really going to be worrisome, unless Blink moves straight into him. He's gonna have a very long round ahead.
Exactly. There's got to be a lot of dodging and weaving, trying to find the right place to make use of that AWP. But right now, it seems like it is got to be the B hit from the T side. I like this as well, sprinkling a bit of attention elsewhere. Snopsy, the biggest thing for him here is timing and not to get CSGO'd. Don't think the ladder is the problem. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no!
Oh, Nexus. Oh, Nexus.
I'm so sorry.
That's a bit too cocky, isn't it?
That's a bit too CSGO'd.
That's a bit too cocky. And for Z-Power, another save has to come out. For X5, it's a nice kill onto the AK there. He'll even be able to get away, thankfully. So damage is being done. However, against a side who have won the last two flawlessly, on top of the fact that they've been able to get a bomb plant in both rounds, the economic damage isn't really going to be felt by them.
Yeah. Again, here for Blink, though, I will say, the rounds again, I mean, this one, yeah, it's literally nothing against them. Besides one AWP, they avoided. But these are fairly good rounds. They are staying net positive in a lot of them. But, again, here's got to be that next test, and the real one as well at that. I think Fame and X-Power are going to be dropping weapons over so they can have more util. But we'll see. Round number 8 begins, and this is probably one of the better times if you want to check out Pinnacle. They do offer a 100% deposit bonus up to €100 with the code of Fall21 when you do sign up. So do go ahead and check them out. Show them a bit of love as well. All of that, as they're the ones who do make this possible.
That they do now. This knife kill, it's just too cocky. Yeah, you're only.
I think he wasn't sure if he would do half damage or he'd try to stab twice. And then go for the left or right click. Not realizing it, because it is finicky at that sort of a position, right? Well, like I said, perhaps a bit too cocky, but also what you gotta do. You gotta P250.
Oh, this is 5. Naughty disgusting. Naughty angle with that AUG. Digs down one flat throw. This should really set up Norbert to get that kill, as that's Nealon to deliver the killing blow. Now with a 2-man advantage, 3-man advantage. K23 on their full buyer, looking to really turn this around.
Yeah, they've had enough. Bomb as well now dropped. Is 1-on-5 on Flatro. Time to flex your muscles. That's the first one. More to go. All tossed out. I like that, but nope. They can still recover that one easily.
Picks it up.
Yeah, his hands, they were a bit too, they were a bit weak. You skipped,
you love to see it.
Yeah, you skipped the gym a few times.
Yeah, to be honest, L96s, which is what the AWP is, they are heavy guns. Like, they are really heavy. And that's why the Americans went for the M40 instead. Fun fact for you.
No.
Just a little bit of... you see, that's why we're here, Nexus, to educate, if anything. But yeah, that's your creme de la creme gun fact of the day.
The only thing I can think of when you mention guns is the fact that you bought a bazooka.
I didn't buy a bazooka. I bought an anti-tank rocket launcher.
Okay, fair enough.
I could think of a cooler present to get though. Like
that was insane when I saw that. I was like,
yeah.
Huh.
On topic of insane, Norbert, he couldn't cancel the plant there. He just didn't react to it. Oh, he's in trouble as well as he's hunted. Scenario able to shut him down, and Z-Power doesn't react. X5 good for 2. 2-on-2 to ensue though, but GXC's aggressing, shuts him down. It's all on Fame. AWP in hand for a 1 versus 2 now, and he needs to be able to mimic the success GX had on Overpass, but he's walking straight to the crosshair of the awaiting AWPer. Missed shot.
Oh, no.
Both players missed there.
Oh no,
and Fame on the recovery, can't get it. Big whiff there, and for Blink, a well-earned 4th round as they snap at the heels of their Kazakh counterparts.
Yeah, that's a bit tough. Everyone missing a few shots, and in comes the rifle. But let's see us go for you. It's the beauty and the intrigue of this game as well, to some.
That it is.
I'm in that very boat as well, at least.
Z-Power loves these hero
I like
warps.
it for the highlights and the lowlights.
Yes, absolutely. Z-Power loving to get this hero warp. It's been a massive investment for him time and time again now. Boosted up. No, but that's a clean shot to start.
Okay. Go ahead and do that then. So you decide try to walk through that smoke, but they've just been forced up, but not through that just yet. They still want to continue though, as there are the pistols on the other side. They know it's pistols. They should know there's an AWP as well, especially now. They've rotated in. Just pull the plug and go away. You do not want to try and test the bomb site again. They've made the rotations. That's a good entry at least, but that's not going to do too much for you.
It feels like sunken cost fallacy here, where Blink, they've already committed 2 players. There's no point backing off now. I guess that's how it works in their mind. And they sort of stagnate here. They're hoping that the rotation of the AWPer will come, but no, they just go for a straight execution. Smoke's deployed. Norbert already boosted over this smoke, though, is going to have a beautiful angle to work with. Oh, Z-Power comes so close with that entry.
Oh, they were ready for Norbert, though. Might have pulled the trigger and went down because of that. And now 3-on-3. It is the AWP and a Nealon who have to make the difference here. And he could do so much, but instead of Tag, X-Power in the meantime, he's gone down. It's the AWP move, it's just the pistols. And Fame's position unknown somehow. They knew Norbert was there. But still not ready for the man who boosted him up there as well, who lifted him off the ground. As now Nealon taps that bomb. It's Scenario on the other side, who has to go for the challenge, who has to face it. But instead it's a fadeaway shot as Fame has collected it. The AWP, he has an AK. And we are going to see the 5-5 scoreline blink to tie things up now.
Can I give you an interesting statistic, Nexus?
Hit me.
Blink actually prefer their T side on Agent.
Ooh.
Yeah, K23 preferring their CT side. This is actually the battle of best halves. Now, Blink's CT is better than K23's T side. So even though Blink do prefer a T side here, going 8-7, 9-6 down isn't too bad for them.
No.
Honestly, with 5 rounds already, they're in a grand position here. K23, they need to start getting some mileage from these investments. Otherwise, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Exactly. In a similar way to how we saw Overpass play out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not as big of a difference in rounds, but I mean, still something to think about. As these, well, maps can be very hit or miss, can be very quickly flipped as well. Right now, what we do see is the mad advantage for the side of Blink. And Norbert's going down in towards Caves, so that has now been tried to taken away. X5 still remains there. Mid controls next for the side of Blink. I like this. They're not just trying to take one position over the map and nothing else. They are showing their hand a bit elsewhere as well, but CTs, the rotations they have made do favor the B side currently with 3 players, only 1 man still towards the mid position as well. In that window, Smoke Toss, X-Power can't really go for the challenge. Instead, it's Fame and Juan Flacho dueling in mid, down to the 4-on-4 now. And just as many seconds as well, 44 in a second right now.
Clean
stuff.
They are able to trade solid stuff from him, though. And for Blink, 30 seconds left to get this bomb down. Luckily, they can. The option becomes to save here, especially with Z-Power missing that shot. I would actually love to see him back off here, because there just isn't money on K23. And even though they've saved a fair few rounds now, going for it and losing that AWP on Z-Power is a big, big problem for them. For now, let's see if GX can shut him down on the jump spot here. He knows that there are players to hunt. However, this AWP, it won't be given a chance to... It won't be fed just yet.
Exactly as I said. Not going to try and feed too much into them. They've got their own economy to worry about first and foremost on the side of Blink. And saving the AWP saves them a lot of money. So, they get CGXX. Left around 10,000 with the round coming to a close. Everyone else 5-6k as well. So for Blink, in a fairly okay position now, gathering up a bit of momentum. 6 out of the last 7 rounds having been won by them. However, the odds still going to be favoring K23. I do expect that to change soon if we keep going like this.
It does surprise me that the odds are still in favour of Blink of K23 here, considering how Mirage is such a Blink-oriented map. For now, let's see the aggression in mid now. I love this change of pace from K23. Just take as much control as they can here.
Yeah, this is a look I'm not that big of a fan of, but like the kill, if he had found it, would have made the difference, but nope. E side, and they go towards the B site now with the play towards A, completely denied. Neri gets an entry. And that could open things up completely here. Xpout still looking for the entries as well. Try to shoot through smokes. It's not going to connect too easily. GXX is hunting as well. I think comes out, but instead they clear that cave and CT as well as Xpout 1 vs 4. They've not checked him yet. A lot of noise. Hold on. Hold on. Senator. Oh, didn't spot him.
This timing is insane by Z-Power.
Oh, no, not anymore, though.
Finished off Blink, that'll be 7. No AWP on K23. There's the option for Z-Power here, but it's... This AWP hasn't got much mileage. And so I want to highlight is X5. He started this game with, I believe, 6 kills in 3 rounds. He has stagnated massively since then, and he has consistently just died on A with no trade. And while Fame has been good at getting picks just around the map, Blink have been good at getting a pick on X5 on B, which has been a big, big problem for them throughout the course of this half. Now they will see if he can mimic that success and redeem himself with a assistance on Norbert to go aggressive through long.
I like this change of pace from Blink as well. Not going to be just headed towards the B site or testing the waters of the X6 towards A. Instead, we see a bit more attention towards mid. They do lose 1 player there with the AWP of X-Power getting that entry. Making the most out of that one up with the glass cannon already. Still, Blink, I think they are going to be in a fairly good position here. They've got smokes, they've got the util they need for the A exec, but it's that one smoke now using X-Power. He's the man who faces off against this said challenge. 2 spotted on the other side. I think that's enough for Blink to completely disengage as one Fletcher goes down at mid as well. There's the flank, the split now taken care of. And X5 on the B side. If he goes down again, things are looking real bad. Snopsy, hold the rotate now. Another one found, another one coming in as well. Kills to be found. Left, right, and center down to 2-on-2 now. Blink try to get more and more done here. Scenario does another kill for him now as well. He's woken up since the first map. But he is Fame last man up against the AWP as GXX swings in and knocks them down. Oh no!
Wait, that's a big fumble.
He's juggling weapons with an MP.
That's a big
There's
fumble.
his money gone.
That it is. Luckily, we're at the latter stages of this first half, so it shouldn't have too much of a butterfly effect. Remember, as the 3D Aim Trainer banner appears on your screen, 3D Aim Trainer is the best platform for improving your aim skills. The platform accurately simulates your favorite games like CS, Valorant, Apex, Fortnite, and COD, with many more titles. They have more than 200 different training exercises that allow you to focus on specific skills. After each exercise, you can get in-depth feedback on your strengths and weaknesses and statistics, allowing you to compare yourself with others. It's simply the fastest way to improve your in-game rank, and I can attest to that. It's very damn good, and there are a crazy amount of stats there.
Yeah. Someone else, speaking of crazy, would be Regon. First map ended with 28 or 29 kills, and well, he's got another entry, but it's all he's got. X5, this time he stands alive at the back of K, but here's one Flat Joe delivering headshots, plenty. And body shots as well from the AWP. Last man Fame, and he's not going to stand too long either, is he? Dueling against the AWP. Here's the dig, here's the body showing up as well. And the shot to knee, or shot to connect as well. 9-5, Blink. This is a really dangerous T-side right now for K23 as well. Gotta be the toughest climb they're gonna have in a long time with a map like this. Headed into their T-side. We'll have to find out if they can make any sort of comeback. The pistol would be very much so welcome. But I will say that Blink, they kinda did a choke just last week as well. They had a, what was it, 10-2 scoreline against Mouse NXT, I think. They lost against the full eco and lost the series, 16-14. For the map. Perhaps a bit of a weakness there, however, that is not one. Instead of double entry, real quick for the T-side to get themselves into position here. And splitting apart that CT defense.
X5 is not having a good time. I won't lie. It's actually all of K23 collapsing now. Blink, this could be a 10-5 half for... This will be a 10-5 half for them. Solid stuff there, and a really nice recovery, considering they were 4-0 down. Incredible comeback on their part. And now they look like they're ready to just tear through K23. Remember, as a Pinnacle banner appears on your screen, it's a 100% deposit bonus up to €100. You can sign up using code FALL21 in order to get that. You can head over to temp.gg to find out more. Remember to gamble responsibly, and remember you have to be over 18 in order to put money on stuff like that.
Yep. I like this I like the green screen where it is taking a bit of his face as well. The headphones just disappearing.
Do you reckon they have strats like on the whiteboard behind them, which is why they can't show it? Hence the backgrounds.
Ooh,
that could be cool.
That could be real cool.
Heavy stack on 20.
Either that or they're just trying to live in the future.
Yeah, all that is trying to live in the future. heavy stack on A here from Blink. Luckily for them, K23, I mean, they were originally going for it, but they seem to have changed their minds now. So they list over to this B site. With only a smoke and flash in the hands of Neelan, it's down to Scenari with the retake utility, that being a smoke and kit, to really push into this. If it does go down to a 5-on-5 after plant circumstance, Blink are going to be in a bit of trouble with the lack of utility they have.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of put him at a disadvantage. The real way in would be to wait for that smoke to fade, which I'm assuming Neil's going to toss in right now. It looks like he's lining that up. So, Snopsy gives the information. His teammates rotate as he takes a few pod shots now. See, if he can delay that bomb plant by even a few seconds, that could be something. However, it's not the case, and now with the smoke here, his teammates joining, it's got to take about 6-7 seconds for that to fade now as well. And what I'm assuming is going to be them rushing in. That would be the play to catch off K23. But the crossfires are dangerous, so...
Oh, here they come, Nexus.
Oh, smoke down, Scenari. Tap away the first. Oh no, here's the flank as well! Now they know! Look at how quick this is! No!
Few team kills.
Ooh, time. Yeah, Regan's on it. They got time. However, it doesn't get too far from him just getting that kill and running back into the smoke to buy time. There's always a bit of chance like that, but instead, no, it is K23 picking 11. And at this point, we are more or less turning our gaze to the potential third on Mirage.
If Mirage
as Ancient... Yeah, Ancient is starting off and continuing in a really good way for Blink.
If Mirage looks anything like this map, then we could be seeing a very, very one-sided victory for Blink here.
Yeah.
That being said, though, full buy of K23 now, the forced buy, I should say. Galil's on every member. Limited utility, which means they have to rely on aim duels here. With no kill yet, so a lot of info's being gathered on them.
Ooh. Decent damage. Able to do a headshot with the M4 now. Like, that is really important as well. I don't think a lot of people realize how important it is just to, like, even if you don't get any kills, just every now and then you can spam, get an easy headshot just like this. As one Flacho demonstrates, he takes 2 down, and that's the T-side's aggressive place. Down, completely down. One Flacho, he's on a rampage. 4 kills so far, and finally goes down. But it's only exit powered. What can you do? One man against the world. The answer is absolutely nothing. 12 to blink. A show of dominance.
Show of dominance from Juan Fletcher, and look at the odds. They swing straight back, level pegging from both sides. I imagine over on Pinnacle, they seem to have ruled K23 out of this map, and it means that these are the odds for the series. And Mirage, it could swing either way. But for Blink, this has been dominance, Nexus.
Oh, yeah. This is looking like the best Blink in a good while. This is more what we expected from them as well. That first map, yeah, okay, they had a bit of a fight. They won both the pistols. That kind of does inflate some of the stats there. But we still did see them step up individually as well. Fight for the rounds. But right now, they're the ones who are just fully driving this car. And there seems to be no way in for K23 as of round 16, at least. And all the way until round of 18. Now, 19 begins. A chance for them. Exit Power, he's got the AWP. But if you do look at the difference in kills right now, like 3 players on the side of K23 at 12 and 11 kills, and compared to the CT side of Blink, you've got 1 player who doesn't have more than, or has 10 kills, and that's the lowest amount of kills they got. So there is that sort of back and forth kind of just explained. So many times it has been X5 getting completely shafted, and right now it doesn't seem to be any different. Except it's not X5 yet.
This is as dominant as ever, Nexus. I mean, Norbert, that's the first significant kill that's happened on the K23's T side. That being a kill in a buy round. With Z-Power on the sort, he may have to save once again unless he can catch GX being over-aggressive here in mid.
Oh, Norbert is dead. Nope. Still, the fact that GX gets that kill there is so monumental, because now they have to just watch out, because they know, okay, they were playing slow. You can see where they were playing, probably not going to be pushed up towards A either. And 1 deep smoke from Juan Fletcher, and that's all the time they need to figure out what they want to do on the side of Blink.
Minutes to toy with, and for K23, I mean, there's no shame in saving here. They have no money at all. And considering they're already a man down, yes, they have the bomb, but to what significance is that as they slowly, fastidiously clear every angle they can before approaching this beast site? Unfortunately, the Hellhounds are loose, and for Blink, they've already got their scent. Juan Flatro, he knows they're coming as he sits, ready to swing onto Z-Power, spots out the AWP. While messy, doesn't matter. It's still the opening, leaving the X5 in a 1v3.
Yeah, he smelt where they were coming from. Now it is just down to this one. X5 has to be careful of his back and his front at the same time. He's about to get completely shafted here as well. In from the back, because there's the bait from CT. He's simply not ready. That's got to be round number 14. The AWP picked up, and Blink, they are trying to make this a clean sweep on their CT side. They need 2 more rounds after this. And right now, things are looking absolutely on fire. Everyone as well. Yeah. On point, the way they're making these plays, and Juan Flatcho, just how much fun he's having.
Yeah.
It all shows from how they're playing.
Absolutely right, Nexus. So to highlight as well is in the last 15 rounds, Blink have won 14 of them.
Oh, God. Oh,
they're looking good.
Pain.
Yeah, it is pain. As the Pinnacle banner appears on your screen, remember, when you deposit €100, you get up to a 100% bonus on that first deposit when you sign up using code FULL21. Over on temp.gg/welcome to go see and check it out. For now, though, Blink, they're having to check out this tough position to be in, where K23, they're getting to the stage where they're unpredictable. They're having to throw out Hail Marys if they want any chance in these rounds.
Yeah, 11 rounds in a row trying to make that 12, but can they? Because now X-Power making his way towards that A site and has cracked it open. Has turned out to be a bit of a cold one, and not the only one right now. Mid as well denied. K23 finally decided to step up here. They've been idle for so long, they've been charging up power, and this is the one with the let loose. And without a casualty just yet either, Snary is going to try to take at least one of them down. However, frustration showing as he gets that kill. Orb to be collected, but he's already surrounded, essentially. He's boxed in towards the B site. There's no way out. And all you gotta do is just wait.
Clean shot by Soneri. He's making this expensive. K23, remember, they don't have money. X5's able to deliver that killing blow. They're going to be able to retrieve that ult for Z-Power. And for the K23 engine, is it idling till it stalls, or is it idling to warm up? We're going to have to see in a moment. The Ottoman partners at Pinnacle, they definitely seem to start favouring Blink now. But for K23, they're not out this map yet. Sure, they're only 2 rounds away from a defeat. They need 10 in a row to win this. But 10 in a row is very doable. Blink just showed us it is. A double upstairs up on the Albanian defense, and with no money left in the bank, they're throwing it all. They're trying to close it out early before K23 salvage this round.
Yeah. It's tough. X5 ready for the second. Oh, Soneri swings right as he stops the spray. At the T side now, you gotta figure out your way back in it. They know Soneri's here. You gotta find a way to take him down. Nova tries to go for it. Does not go his way, and neither does the fight on the B side. It's the CTs again, they realize what happened in the last one. Now they're playing more passive. They are punishing K23, who are playing what could only be described as a bit disjointed playstyle. Everyone wanting to be the reason they win, and instead, they are causing a few mistakes there. Well, do you also think that at the same time they are trying to just say, screw it, we'll just do what we want to, play a bit more loose, because what they're doing right now overall isn't working?
I imagine so. I imagine they're trying to find a groove that they can settle for, but it just hasn't worked. 30 seconds left now. Blink, they haven't gone aggressive yet. They're still holding their positions. It means Fame has to try an entry now with just 50 HP and AK and no utility to work with.
Yes, again, X-Power. Many times he's had to save Zolp so far. And right now, here's another attempt, but run too far, and there's a beast awaiting you. Oh. You hate to see it. Just jumps over, runs back. Didn't spot the player right then. Instead, it's 15 to Blink. They had an 11-round streak that was broken. But now, the ones who are going to be absolutely beaten down is going to be the Russian-Kazakhstani side here as well. Only one more required and they're done. They're on to Mirage.
All I'll say for this is, wow, this has been a incredible performance from K20, or from Blink here. K23 now out of options. This is their Hail Mary. This is their last hurrah. This is their Death Rattle, and Norbert already takes so much damage to the utility to start.
Oh, come on.
There he goes.
Wallbang. That's even more brutal with the way this match has been going on right now. Like, there's rarely been anything that works for the T side. They can trade, but they're still down a man. And look at this. We saw this from Nealon's Deagle a long time ago, and here's the AWP presenting itself. The top of his head has been spotted. At a 2-1-4 to try and stay in this second map. At this point, Mirage is coming. It's a question of when. Snopes has got to try and make that right now, but it's powered. Spots it. No! A missed shot! But Fame will recover.
Recover to what extent, though? Look at the damage that's been done to him. Only 40 HP left. Getting leg shot. That's the end of him here. GX already holding this angle makes that a very real likelihood. And for K23, they're just out of utility. Only a smoke to get them to this site. Aggression from Soneri, though, might be caught out by Z-Power.
Okay, not bad, but now they should know. They spotted the bomb earlier towards B to get that second kill as well. And you can see that has caused a rotation rig on. He's left the A site, so this bomb plant now available for them.
Remember,
he's not ready. Oh. That smoke, though, that's going to deny. Oh, let's know. Look at him. Or don't. Either way, he goes down. Trying to be a bit of a hero here. And now it is GXX. He ended the first half of Overpass with a 1 versus 2